Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special Big Brother Over the Top show, where basically by the end someone will be committed to a mental institution, if not more than one. If you want to see any of these shows back, you can check them out over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT. Flashbacks are over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT flashbacks, and 24/7 live feed updates are over on Twitter at BBOTT live feeds. P.S. Stay off Twitter. It's a minefield. Now, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You know all that effort you're putting into everything else? Pull all that into making some money, and then give it to me. Patrons get weekly patron-only shows, prize giveaways each week just for patrons, and access to the patron-only Facebook group. Eric, we don't want to be part of a group. Okay, we also accept one-time donations over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. And lastly, since you're watching here in YouNow, do us all a favor and become a fan here in YouNow. Yes, you can also subscribe here in YouNow as well. You get all the YouNow bonuses, benefits, party times. I also find it interesting, well, whatever, we'll talk about that in a minute. Share the show, spread the word on Twitter. God forbid we didn't get all those Twitter people in here, so spread the word. Tell them to come in, the fun's about to start. And we have so much to talk about with this America's Care package. However, you guys know the deal. There's not really a lot to recap. I would say this will take 3 minutes or less. Let's catch everybody up in case they're living under a rock before we can all break out our pitchforks, rocks, and Molotov cocktails and start throwing them at each other over a game that none of us get the money for. Okay, so here we go. Here's what you missed. Last night, Scott was evicted. The little mouse scurried his way out of the Big Brother house. See what happens, misfits, when we all come together? Oh, no, wait. Actually, it's just when we do what the plastics want to do, which is what's controlling all the votes. I'm a shady branch. Neely told me I'm a shady branch. So, get ready for branches and shading. Moving on to the HOH, and I have to say, well, okay, so Scott went, and by the way, probably Scott this weekend, which I'm excited for. Actually, I know some of you might not be. I'm excited for Scott this weekend. Okay, now, moving on to last night's HOH, which was the BBOTT face morph. It's where the house guests had to run out, and then they had to try and figure out whose faces are morphed together and pick, two of the faces. Which two of the faces and put them on, and whoever can do it in the quickest amount of time wins. Now, here's the one other thing I was going to say. If you're a patron, you get to come to patron shows, and we say a lot of stuff I can't say publicly on a show. Now, we missed the cutoff for this little bit of information I had where I knew it was the face morph. I can't always come right out and tell you it was the face morph, but I find it interesting that nobody thought it was odd that I was tweeting face morph photos. There are lines, and I try and help you all to read in between them. But sometimes you don't get it, sometimes you get it. I tried to help you. Not that it mattered. I'm just saying, I was trying to clue you in a little ahead of time. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Now, let's talk about these times quickly for the face morph, because Whitney disqualified. We all thought she was throwing it. I don't think she threw it. Alex, 27 minutes 4 seconds. Chrissy disqualified. Then Shelby comes along and does it in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. The last quickest person was Alex at 27 minutes. So, I just have to say, number one, this goes to Shelby's bungalow wrist action. I think it has everything to do with the fact that she can flick her wrist and whip things on and off quicker than anybody else can. We just didn't see it. We didn't see it because our minds can't process her hands going that quickly. She put in several options. We just didn't see it. She's very good at it, is what I'm saying. Now, I also found it interesting that Shelby, when she won, shouted out the bungalow. If you are upset that I am making Shelby bungalow jokes, I would like you to know she shouted out the bungalow when she won HOH. Not her family, not her pet, not cure for AIDS. Oh, don't we have that, don't we? Hunger in the world. Poor children that dogs. Well, sometimes children are doggish. That Sarah McLachlan is singing about. No. The bungalow. The bungalow is where Shelby wants to devote her attention on an HOH win. So I say, circle, jerk it, and celebrate. Shelby is your HOH this week. Congratulations, Shelby. Congratulations. Sure, there were 3 more people that got to go. It didn't matter because once Shelby did it in 3 minutes and 42 seconds, then everybody else had to do it in 3 minutes or 42 seconds or less, which, boom, they couldn't. And oh my God, for the love of God, Justin thought you only had to guess one person. So you know how you know to put which 2 faces are morphed together? Justin thought it was only one face, and he only had to get one right, and was only putting one on. Which, P.S., is why Justin needs to go. I'm done with Justin. It is very funny, but you're not contributing. You're not contributing, Justin. You are not helping your team. You are not helping the side of your house. I got it. I do dig. I do know. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? I'm sure your food is delicious at your place. You want a boat. I'm good. You have to go now. You're taking spots from people that want to play the game, Justin. I appreciate you. You're very funny. Look, you'll be back on All Stars, but you need to exit. You're not helping. I think once Justin exits, he will learn, oh shit, I should have learned how to play the game. He will come back a stronger, better, wiser, and funny Justin who might know how to play the game. I don't think he's throwing it at everybody. I don't think Justin's throwing the game. I don't think he's throwing these on purpose. I think he doesn't get the game. I think he doesn't care. I'm just saying. And yes, chat room, trust me, I'm going to get to everything you guys want to talk about. Jason even came out, and Jason was just like, you have to put 2 names on, Justin. You have to put 2 names on. So this is very funny. And I have to say, I could phrase this in a way that divides all of us, but I am going to phrase it in a way that brings us all together instead. I very much enjoyed last night watching, we watch these shows live in our Reality Recaps chat room. It was very fun to watch it with all of you guys. That is my favorite part of Big Brother, but also watching the Plastics and the Misfits all in the HOH room, basically all cheering each other on, laughing at their faces, going out. The Misfits were not upset or sulking that a Plastic won. Everybody just last night on the feeds kind of had a fun night laughing and joking, and it was all kind of very enjoyable. So I'm just saying, for that moment of last night, it was fun and I enjoyed it. And then the Plastics went into the storage room and they had their celebration, which is fine. People celebrate when they win. I'm a little disappointed that nobody, or I just didn't see it yet, why does no one have the gif of Morgan hurting herself? Because it's not funny because she hurt herself, because obviously she's fine. But literally 2 seconds after this move right here by Morgan, she lands it into one of these. And then has to limp away. I mean, if there was the BB Gods of Karma They hit her right in the ass with that one. It is on BB Toombs? Perfect. Okay, or not BB Toombs or whatever his Twitter is now. Perfect. It was so great. Because there are a lot of Misfits fans that are like, fall, trip, fall. And just to have her be like, go, yeah. It's the best. It's the best. I loved it. It was very funny. It was great. Here's not a clip of it. Boop. See, there wasn't one there. Flashback over on our flashbacks page. So that is pretty much where we're at right now, except for the fact that Shelby has said today, oh, Tara from Long Island, thank you very much for the bars. That is very appreciative and helpful. Thank you very much. So one thing that I heard, I didn't specifically hear it, so now you guys chat room, let's start here. There is going to be a lot, and I'm going to try and wrangle everything you guys are saying in the chat room. I don't know how we're going to get through this, but let's start here. Am I correct? I saw people on Twitter today saying that Shelby has vocalized she is not telling us or telling anyone who she's nominating because she doesn't want America to screw with it. I heard people saying that on Twitter today. I did not have time to go back and confirm or deny that. But okay, so I see a bunch of people are saying yes. Okay, good. I think that's genius. I don't know where this Shelby has been all day. Where is the Shelby that can complete a timed comp in 3 minutes and 40 seconds and who is smart enough to know I shouldn't say what I'm going to do so that America can counteract it until it's too late? That's a smart player in this season of Big Brother. So I gotta give Shelby credit for that one. That is a smart move on Shelby's part. Now, that being said, we heard her conversations leading up to this HOH, so we pretty much know would, I believe, put up Jason and Chrissy, or maybe Jason and Danielle, or Justin and Jason. She seems to be very focused on Justin and Jason at the moment. I would say Justin and Jason seem to be Shelby's biggest target. Jack X says, I feel so bad for Alex. She was so emotional after Scott's eviction. And I'm going to guess that that's sarcasm because I'm pretty sure 5 minutes later, Alex was like, Scott who? I'm sure pretty much somebody was like, oh my God, so sad about Alex. So sad about Scott. And Alex was like, who's that? My meat shield? Oh, meat shield. You should have said meat shield. So Jason and Justin, no others were mentioned, said Felix. Correct. I think her main... I am saying Shelby's main targets, the people that she has vocalized she wants to go after, are Justin and Jason. However, she is part of Team Plastics, and I think Alex and Morgan will also have an influence on what she does. And they, I know, kind of want Danielle or Chrissy. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, here's where this all turns into one big clusterfuck of kerflopples and everything. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put this preference out right now before we get into all of this. I don't give a cornflake, whole bread, maize loaf, anything what you people do. I don't care. None of us get any of this money. None of these house guests are writing us thank you cards. We are not on a Christmas list because of the outcome of this show. This show is supposed to be fun and enjoyable for us. So I'm just throwing that... Oh, and nobody's watching you vote. So if you agree with what I'm saying, if you disagree with what I'm saying, nobody's watching you vote. Nobody. And if you care that much about what I think you should do, then yourrealityrecaps.com/patron, we don't have a lot of them. And we'd like them, so we can do more, if you care what I say. This one matters. Just throwing that out there. Okay. So, here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down one train of thought, and then I'm going to stop, and then chat room, we will discuss it. Then I'm going to go down another train of thought theory. We'll stop, we'll discuss it, because there is a lot happening. Here is where I would like to start. Let's talk about Jason and why it is not good to give Jason the care package this week. Look, if we give Jason the care package this week, yes, Jason is safe then this week. However, next week, he will not be allowed to play in HOH and not get the POV care package, which means most likely he's going home next week with no chance to play for a POV and no chance to play for an HOH. He's just sitting on the bench waiting for people to kick him out of the game. Now, I agree. Buddy's in danger this week. What is the point of getting him to next week? What is the point of not keeping him safe this week and then have him go into next week? Here's the deal. This week, he can fight for POV and he can play in the POV this week. He can't next week. So great. You're going to keep him safe to what? Look at him for 5 days? Who cares? Who cares that you kept him safe to next week when he can't play in HOH and can't play in POV and all the people that can have him as the number one target? It doesn't matter if you keep him safe this week. At all. The only thing that is gonna keep him safe is if he wins POV this week and we don't give him the care package. That's it. There is no POV comp next week. There isn't one. The care package is the POV. And if you give Jason this care package this week, he can't have that one next week. Now, I will put the little twist on it and say, we're also assuming that means that a misfit won't win HOH next week, which is a chance they can. Or a misfit could get that care package next week and use it on Jason. So there is that. His game is not necessarily doomed next week. I'm just throwing it out as if I was a player in the game, I would want to know my life in the game was in my own hands. I lose the POV this week. I went home because I lost the POV. At least I tried. As opposed to America kept me safe, and then I could do absolutely nothing as the other side of the house sent me home. P.S. sent me home to Twitter, who is going to say, you did nothing all season, you couldn't win a comp, the only reason you accomplished anything is because we did it all for you, and blah, 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 and fucking nonstop saying that to him. Trust me, and I want to make this clear, I'm talking right now to specifically people who think they're helping Jason by giving him the care package. If you're trying to save Danielle or another misfit, hold on, we're getting to you. I'm talking about right now just the people who think giving this care package to Jason is what he would want. It isn't. I would bet my life on it. Jason will be on this show, I guarantee, next weekend to tell you that himself if you give him the care package this week. I know he would rather have a chance to fight for his life in the game and have his fate in his hands playing the POV versus not. Now, you all have to live with your decision, so you all do what you want to do. If you want to do what you think you want to live with, you don't need to listen to me. I'm just telling you that's my thought on if your goal is to keep Jason safe. What do I think? I'm not even getting to what I think right now. We have to like stick on one train of thought at a time because there are so many factors in each train of thought. That was specifically for just the people that think they're helping Jason by giving him the care package. You're not. And here's the thing. I think the people that are saying that would rather say, we're trying to help Jason, rather than say, we want Danielle safe and not Jason. Because the fear is, if you give the care package to Whitney, oh, and P.S., I probably should have led with this. The care package seems to be between Whitney and Jason. Reddit people, Rob Has a Podcast people, everybody is basically, it's between Whitney and Jason. It's a lot more for Jason now than Whitney, but basically nobody else is even really in the running, which is why we're in all these scenarios that we're going to talk about. They're all going to be between giving it to Whitney or giving it to Jason this week, because really a vote any other way is like throwing your vote away. Everybody is on board with either Whitney or Jason. And I'll say, for all of the people that think it's too late, we all gave the votes to Jason, it's not too late. There's many more hours left in voting. Many people have only got off of work. Many people have only got out of school just now. There is tons of time for voting. It's not a death sentence that it's too late for Jason now. P.S. I still think production chooses whatever the hell they want, which is why the power flip-flops back and forth each week, and we really actually have no say, which is why half of my mind going through all these scenarios drives me insane, because I don't really think it matters. But anyway, back to Let's Talk Scenarios. Okay, I want to see what you are all saying about my thought on what we just said about Jason. We're going to talk about keeping Danielle safe and other misfits safe in a second. So Wesley L. says, let's say a plastic gets HOH and puts up 2 misfits. Will America break the tie? Let me throw this in there for you. Let me interject this with you. I know a lot of people also keep saying, but America's going to nominate Alex, and America's going to give the care package to Danielle next week, and America has never been on the side of the misfits. Don't kid yourself. The only time, and it has nothing to do with splitting votes, P.S. It has to do with the majority of the people voting are very much Team Plastics, and drilling it down even more, Team Alex. They're not trying to keep an entire group of people together like Misfits fans do. Like, Misfits fans are trying to keep Danny safe, Justin safe, Jason safe, and we can't. Whereas the Plastic side kinda just is trying to keep Alex safe. And we're all falling for it. And that's why people are like, oh, the Plastic side can come together. It's real easy when you're just trying to keep one person safe. And P.S. then don't split the vote. Come to the smart side. I can't vote stupid. Okay, so back to the point. I don't think America is going to do anything to benefit Jason or Danielle or any of those people. A misfit's going to be their dom this week. I will bet my life on it. A misfit is going to be the nerd dom. And then, when we give the power to Jason, guess who's going to get the veto? Morgan. And then you know what Morgan's going to do with the veto? whatever she wants and send whoever she wants home. So, you could try and keep a misfit safe this week, which will result in a misfit going home, and then lose 2 more next week. Or don't give the care package to Jason. And P.S., not giving the care package to Jason and giving it to Whitney ensures the longevity of misfits in the game. Not just Jason, them all. Jason might still go home, but it will get all your misfits further, as opposed to not, and having one go home this week and another one go home in double elimination, and maybe even 2 going home in double elimination. Just saying. I don't know why that is a hard concept for people to get. I just feel like the people that disagree with it just don't want to say, we're trying to save Danny, we're trying to save Justin, we're trying to save Danielle. It's easier for them to just say, we're trying to keep Jason safe. But you're not, because it's very simple logic. So I don't get why you don't say it. Just say it. We get it. I want Danielle safe too. I also want to throw that out there. I really feel Danielle at this moment's the most deserving winner from Misfit's side, from the amount of gaming that she's done and the amount of comps that she won, which people think I'm being trying to trick you when I say that. I'm really not. I really think Danielle has kicked ass in this game, and at this moment does deserve it more than Jason, which I think Jason would agree with too. Okay. Danny and Jason both are playing great games. I agree. And Jason has an amazing social game, and that should be valued just as much. But without the comp wins, Jason has needed Danielle to help him get further in the game. So we're not even trying to argue that right now. Let's get away from that. Felix says, it's not a hard concept, Eric. You think everything is going to go wrong. We are not still at next week. I'm not really sure what you mean. I'm going to assume you mean we should be just playing in this week and then keep Jason safe. I feel like I said why that's not a good one. I want to know, chat room people, what are your other scenarios for this week where Jason gets the care package, but you think that makes him fine next week? I haven't really heard any scenarios where anyone can tell me how him getting the care package this week keeps him and Misfits safe next week. And now, while the chat room is flying for that, I want to throw out this other thing, because I think a lot of people don't know this either. The next care package, Dancing Amy confirmed and got the scoop for us. It's in the rules and regulation fine print way at the bottom that you need a magnifying glass for. We don't vote for that like we've been voting for the other ones. The voting for the double elimination POV care package is only for 1 hour during the HOH next week. That's it. Don't really know if that matters or doesn't matter to you, but I'm just throwing that out there because a lot of people don't know that. So it's not going to be this, where's our schedule? When do we normally vote for a care package? So we normally vote for care package on Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Duh, today. It will only be during the 1 hour. Oh, there we go. Stacked in Florida says the double elimination voting period is 11/9 from 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that is usually when the HOH is being played. We have 1 hour to give that POV to people. So, for the love of God, everyone, and you know I am fine with you all doing whatever you want, And if what you want is to give it to Jason, then you all give it to Jason. But please, at least to be around to vote for that POV care package. It will be at midnight Eastern time, and Team Misfit's gonna need it. If we lose Jason, if we lose Danielle this week, if we lose Chrissy, or God forbid Justin this week, I wouldn't hate it. You need to be there. Since you care so much about keeping your Misfits safe, make sure you're around to vote for that POV power. Does America's Nom stop next week? I have heard, and my brain goes burp, burp, burp on this, I have heard the third Nom stops on double eviction week, like the week going in to double eviction week. I get so confused when it's a double eviction week, how it confuses me with the dates. I am pretty sure that not this week, next week is the end of the third noms, because mathematically they couldn't do it and still have anyone voting. So it has to end, because then nobody would vote. Well, then we would vote each week. Then we would be the only vote each week, which would be interesting. So they might do that. There is no confirmation that they are getting rid of it. There's no confirmation that they aren't. I'm just saying mathematically, it would have to be the next week, or else who's voting? So there's that. I would also like to say, discover your national parks. Is that fucking tunnel coming into play or not, big brother? Where's the tunnel? Are you breaking out the tunnel when Jason's in trouble? If you're breaking out the tunnel when Jason's in trouble, then I appreciate it. I want the tunnel broken out for Jason or Danielle. Those are the two people I am willing the tunnel to be broken out for. CBS site says November 15th. Okay, so then I'm right. It's the following week. Eric, rules and regulations. The last vote is the 14th for the third nom. There you go. Then we know. They keep updating the rules and regulations and changing the time. I never know what I'm allowed to say officially and not allowed to say. But there you go. I am being told rules and regulations say third nom's end the 14th. Eric, I just can't support Jason. He bright so much negativity. See, even your subconscious doesn't want you to say he's negative. They want you to say he's bright. I'm not going to argue whether Jason's this isn't the let's argue Jason's personality show. We have enough things to argue about. Yeah, thank you for putting the link in the chat room. Stacked in Florida. Belchy needs to go. Belchy needs to go before Jason. Ed Rizzo, officially unofficial. Is Belchy Chrissy? Because if you mean butt belches, that would be Justin. Okay, Chrissy. I hate to say it. I feel bad. I've had these people's family and friends on the show and I talk to these people. But fine. If you want me to pick a side, I'll pick a side. Here's the order I'm fine with the Misfits going in. If I had to pick how the Misfits were to get picked off going forward, I would say Chrissy first. Sorry. Justin second, and then I would like it to be down to I would love Jason and Danielle in the final three, and Alex. I think. Where's my cheat sheet? Am I forgetting a misfit? No, I'm not forgetting a misfit. Yeah, that's how I would like it. I would like Chrissy to go, then Justin. Sorry. Dancing Amy says, I want Jason, Danny, and Shelby. Well, you know what? Shelby's growing on me. And that's the other thing I just want to throw this out. And then I swear to God, look, you just need to be ready. I tried to warn you ahead of time. It's going to be a dyslexic show of flipping all over the place because that's the way this goes. I swear, we're going to get down to another scenario in a minute. But I just want to throw this out. I reserve the right to change my mind as many times as the game changes. Like I said, I like this Shelby. I like this Shelby that's playing the game. Welcome to the game. My only problem with Shelby and Morgan is I felt they haven't really done anything in this game. It's also the same reason I don't really like Justin. Or I don't like Justin's game. He's just entertaining and I can sing and make pizzas. Great. And if it wasn't for Danielle and Jason, you wouldn't have been safe. And I'm sure we could argue that point in all directions, but it's my show. Get a show. Get a show and argue it the other way. Don't hold me accountable for my opinions. They change like the wind, says Dancing Amy. I was going to say we should play a fun game in the start of this show where tell me how many times the one thing that I said changes before the end of the show. Because if you all followed me on Twitter, I started today supporting Morgan as the care package. Then when I found out nobody was on board, I had to switch it over to Whitney. Because again, it's coming down to Whitney or Jason at the moment. Oh my goodness. Dancing Amy, since I know you are here, could I be a big pain and ask you, could you do a poll so that at the end of this show, you can maybe tweet it? And we'll have everyone go to you and vote, and then we'll pull up the results at the end. I'm just interested, because I will endorse what you guys want me to endorse. If you all want me to endorse Jason, I will. The shows are for you guys. I just get to have an opinion, too. Okay. So because I want to poll just for the people that are in the room. So like at the end of the show, like the last 10 minutes, we'll have Amy tweet out the poll. You guys can vote and we'll see where you guys want at the end of this show, just for people that are in the show. I don't like putting it out on Twitter because then anybody can vote on it. All right. Does it hurt if I vote half and half? Tess, you can vote however you want. You all can vote however you want. All I'm trying to do is help you guys see other options that you may not have thought of. Where, for example, I wasn't considering Danielle winning POV next week and saving Jason. That was something that a Danielle fan told me on Twitter, and I was like, you're right. I totally forgot that Danielle's our little comp beast, and she'll be in there playing that. And go get him, Danielle. Save Jason. Bye, Justin. I'm so conflicted. Here's the thing. There's no right answer. There's too many variables everywhere. If we give this care package to Jason, there's 15 other scenarios that can happen where Jason is screwed and goes home next week, or another misfit goes home this week. We could keep him safe this week. He could win the POV, not go home this week, and then a misfit could get next week's care package, a misfit could win HOH, and I mean, a plastic could win the care package, a plastic could win HOH in the double eviction, and a plastic could get that POV, and then we're screwed anyway. There is no right answer, which is why I say you just gotta do what you feel most comfortable with. You kind of do. If Whitney gets it, she will put up Danny. Jason needs the care package, and I'm sorry, I didn't see whose name said that. So, okay, I want to talk yeah. And Puppy Glitter says, and then there's the part where production picks strategy scenario. So weird how the power just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. Gosh, I've never, ever seen a season of Big Brother where the power goes back and forth consistently every week. It's so weird. Anyway, let's talk this scenario of Whitney, because I think people believe that if we give the care package to Whitney, it means she is putting up Danielle. Okay? I swear, for this show, not that it's helping now, what I should have done, I will do this for the next show. I mean, it's not going to help us now, and hopefully we never have this crazy of a scenario again in the future. I'm going to make little heads. I'm going to write down little heads. Little heads. Become a patron. This is stuff that costs money and time. I'm going to create little heads, and when we go over these scenarios, we're going to start pushing heads together, and we're going to start figuring out things. We're not going to use Skittles. I'm going to use the little freaking heads, and maybe I'll put them up back here. Ooh, and it'll be like sports for the straight people. I can, like, circle shit and make X's and use, whatever. Okay, but we don't have that now, so anyway. I think people think Whitney goes after Danielle, and a lot of people are basing that on the fact that Whitney told Justin, I'm going after Danielle. But here's the thing. Justin was the only person to save Whitney last week, and Whitney knew that Justin was the only person to save her. And Whitney knew from being in the have-not room, Justin doesn't like Danielle. So, of course, Whitney is going to say, I'm going to go after Danielle. She would probably say, I'm going to go search Pablo in the tunnel and wear a naked swimsuit and run through the house and flap like a chicken if that's what Justin wanted in order to save her. Also, people say Whitney in the DRs said she's sticking with the plastics. 2 points to that. Number one, I guess they forgot to invite her to their celebratory party after they won HOH this week. So she might think she's still with the plastics, but they don't. Number one. Number two, I don't believe anything any of them say in the DRs. I don't. But outsiders think she flipped, so this is a way to show them. I know. Oh my God. We'll get there in a second. Shelly T says, Eric, tell me what to do. If it helps you, I'm voting Whitney. I don't know what to tell you what to do because there's no way to say if this happens, then this, and this is going to happen. We don't know. Every single factor, every step along the way, from who's the nominee, who's getting our vote, who's getting the next power, who wins HOH. There's too many variables for any of us to know what the right answer is. So at the end of the day, you just need to do what you think is going to make you feel the best about what you did for a game that in no real way affects your life. But for me, I'm voting Whitney. As someone who has had many talks about strategy with Jason, for someone who not directly, but has had talks with him about when, Devon played and things that were happening in the house then lead me to believe Jason would not want the care package this week. But I don't know. I might be right. I might be wrong. Well, that's when we get here. Back to Whitney. I don't necessarily believe that she is going to target Danielle this week. However, if she did, in the same way, it would suck, but I'm okay with Jason's game ending to help the Misfits get further. Their best chance is having Danielle playing a POV. But I really don't want to say that for either Danielle or Jason. Like, in other words, what I'm saying is, my silver lining of a Jason or a Danielle going would be, I hope it will be to help the Misfits get further. But God forbid, if Jason and Danielle both go, it becomes another season where all of the people that made all the big moves take each other out, and Justin's left going, how many faces? Oh my God. Oh, I need 2 faces. Pizza. Where's my check? And that I don't think anybody wants. Again, love Jason the person. I love Justin the person. Don't want him to have the check. Don't want Shelby to have the check, unless Shelby keeps on this path. If Shelby keeps on this path, kudos to you, Shelby. It took you a while to get here, but I see you as being deserving. And I love Jason. And now I think that there are all the people that are going to be like, I can't believe you hate Justin. I can't believe you hate Justin. I don't hate Justin. I'm just saying, this is a game, social and physical, and the most social and physical people on that side of the house, I believe, are Danielle and Jason. I don't believe that Justin is the most social on the Misfits side, because it's clear to the Misfits and to the Plastics he's playing both sides. Whereas Jason will be honest with the other side and say, this doesn't benefit me this week, but I am willing to work with you. And he's honest with them. Whereas I think Justin just was like, oh, we're friends this week. Let's hang out. If that makes sense. Annie, you're right. I know what you're right about. But all the Plastics gone first. But if a misfit has to go, Justin is my pick. I agree. I agree. Why are you Team Misfit? They're such babies. Great contribute. That's a great. You contributed. Not helpful. You can't ever count on him to even try and win a comp. Here's the thing. Another spoiler alert. I don't necessarily know that Justin can win a comp either. Not Justin, Jason. But I think Jason needs to win one in order to win this game. So either way, it's just like another point, but I don't really want to backtrack to the first train of thought. Jason needs to win something. Jason can't just rely on us also to keep him safe. He's not going to win in the end that way. He needs to, which is also why I would like him to fight this week to win POV and stay in the game instead of us just keeping him safe. Like, he needs some wins under his belt as well. Okay, so Eric, can you please confirm double elimination? The 9th. The 9th. So exactly next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is double eviction. Eric, did you know that Julie told the house guest about the double eviction? I don't know if you watched Julie at 7 p.m. No, I did not. That's when we started this show. So now, what happened? Remember when I said anything could be interjected into the game at any moment? By the way, way to influence the game production. Oh, how odd you would tell them about that now. Seems like production is afraid they're going to lose the only person that they paid to be there. FYI, the current target is Justin. I am aware, Behoot, that the current target is Justin. So wasting a care package on Jason becomes even more ridiculous. Oh, I'm aware. It was never a real option for anybody trying to keep Jason safe. I'm not saying it wasn't an option if you are a Misfits fan. I'm just saying it was never a real option for anyone whose goal was to keep Jason safe. Because keeping him safe for 1 week to go home the next week isn't doing him anything. Who did they pay? They pay Jason. When you're a returning player, allegedly, you get paid to return. Which is why, on a mixed season of Big Brother, it never pays to go against the returning players. Ever. Why would you think there would be a benefit for the people that they paid to be there to go home? They just wrote them a check and are like, oh, thanks for your week here. No. It's always why it's a benefit. It's always why you should bank on returning players all the time. Will Scott be coming on your show? Of course he will, Jolly G. Of course he will. Yeah, but Whitney will never target Justin, says Susan. We don't know. Just like everything that I'm saying, which is my theory, it's just, or my opinion, it's just my best guess opinion. We don't know anything. Nothing is certain. It's Big Brother. Nothing is certain. I'm still waiting. Did Julie say anything other than, hey, house guests, nominees are tomorrow? I mean, double evictions next week. Queen Alex rules. And Justin sucks, says David Thielen. Wow, I couldn't even think of a way to change it. The house guests have been really good at figuring out which care package is up for grabs each week. I know, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. Eric, okay, Annie was trying to tell you. Julie told them next Wednesday is double eviction. First following recap show, which will be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, second eviction. 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. She also said no one is safe. No one is safe from what, Julie? What? Was this the question and answer session? She fucking pisses me off with these question and answer sessions. Where's our schedule? By the way, this schedule is available at yourrealityrecaps.com/BBOTT. It's in the middle of the page. So what the hell is this day? Is today Wednesday? No, Thursday. Julie's chat. Oh, they don't ever confirm the time. Got it. Oh my God, Jason called her baby again. Hey, baby, you dig? You know what I'm saying, baby. Voulez-vous coucher, baby? Don't call me. Could you ever see Arissa Cox being like, don't call me baby. I'm offended. I slept my way to the top of this network. He apologized. Of course, whatever. Get over it. Various times today was 7. Right. Oh, it's been 7 p.m. for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Well, great. Their original schedule said various times. I keep up with all the changes at Rizzo. It changes every 5 minutes. Can't keep up with that one. Who the hell cares when she talks to people? I think there is going to be a twist for double eviction. I don't know how to be any clear about this. Oh, I'm sorry, Dancing Amy. Sure. If you want to tweet out the poll, go ahead. If you guys want to follow at Dancing Amy on Twitter, she will tweet out the poll and you guys can weigh in on who you want to vote for. Just don't share it. And here's the good part. If you share it, we'll know. So I would honestly like to see what people in the chat room are thinking at the moment. David Thielen says, Eric, you clearly are a master strategist. Thank you, David Thielen. That's very sweet of you. Jester714 says, the twist is production interference. No, I think the twist is going to be discover your national parks. Why would they have a completely different picture made that was not in the house last season, which was the exact same thing that led people to the tunnel in the Paris room last season? They were like, oh, let's just have another picture done. Not to mention, the national parks are on the pillows in the backyard. There's got to be a twist. And we all know production likes to have control of the game. Production likes to have fail-safes built in that they can just whip out whenever they want. So my only question is, who is production going to try and keep safe? Jason, Danielle, or Alex? I mean, well, when I say Alex, I mean Alex Morgan. Is production going to try and save the sister twist? Are they going to try and save Jason, their returning paid player? Or are they going to try and save Danielle? It'll be interesting to see. I mean, or it could be nothing. The twist will help Shelby and Alex because Scott told them, oh, well, that didn't rhyme, so it's not true. Discover National Parks is nothing. It was from a Season 18 clue. False. It was not from Season 18. We've already debunked this forever ago. That was not a picture in the house during Big Brother 18. It is a brand new picture. Okay, go get me a picture of it in the house on Season 18 then. Tweet me it. Julie says no one is safe and always expect the unexpected, says Brie. Oh, I'm well aware it's new, Bama Tweets. We don't need to go down this road. I have a new... Can I implement a new thing? Thank you, Discover for the Bars. I would like to implement a new feature here at Reality Recaps. From now on, whenever you want to argue the counterpoint of something I'm saying, I would like you to put your age at the end of the sentence. If it is anything teen... then I know to move on. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it isn't. No, it's not. Why am I replying? Oh, I would also, and then if you are not a teenager, I would like you to put at the end of your sentence a star and how much you actually care about my reply. Like, are you just talking to hear yourself talk, or is it actually something you want to reply on? I know the Paris room is there. Jason saw the room last week. Well, we all know the room is there. We all know the room is there. Ow. Sorry, I took this break to show you plastic celebrating because for some reason I had something stuck in my tooth. Are you talking about the sign outside by the washer and the dryer? Yes, I am. We tweeted this out like week 1 when we saw it. And we went through, we found the pictures from last season. It was not any of the 4 pictures from last season that led them to the Paris room. We also then went room by room, and that picture was not in any room last season. It is a completely new photo in the backyard with the exact same type where the letters are different, and it says Discover Your National Parks. I have the file right here. I'm delaying. I was avoiding trying to pull it up because I was afraid it would freeze the show. And hold on. Hopefully it's not. It's working. Okay, here we go. Discover Your National Parks. That was in our first Big Brother show. We found that photo. And the pillows in the backyard have the national parks on them. So I think in the same way that Big Brother interjected the plane into the house that had the writing on it, they will swap out one of those pillows whenever the hell they're ready and put some magic special power in it or something that says, go to the phone booth. Like, there's gotta be something with that. Either that, or we are all just spiraling into conspiracy theories. It's just a conspiracy theory that the same type of pictures they used last season to get people to the tunnel, they decided to just put in the house again, and also put the thing that related to it 5 feet away from it. It's all just a coincidence. It really could be. Maybe it could be. Maybe that was the picture they had for last season and decided, no, we don't have anywhere to put it. We'll use it on BBOTT. What about the map in the HOH bathroom? I believe that was there last season. HOH is the one who finds something. Not always. I will tell you this, though. Shelby, and I mean, at this point, I have no idea if she's told the plastics. I am excited to have Scott on the show because as far as I know, I'm sure Scott probably told Alex, but Scott and Shelby are the only two people I have ever heard discussing that the photo says Discover National Parks and that the national parks are on the pillows. Those are the only two people I've ever heard discussing it. So I can't wait to get Scott on here and have him tell us, I looked through the pillows, I unzipped them all, I took them all apart. Like, I want to know how much Scott has inspected these pillows, because as far as I know, him and Shelby are the only people I heard. Alex knows. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex knows. Obviously, if Scott knows, Alex is going to know. He probably licked it into her ear one night. By the way, spoiler alert. Hold on. Spoiler alert. We have props. Hold on. Like, this was Scott. This is Scott. Like, Alex, there's national park photos. Why did I lick that? Why did I lick that? I mean, just for the fact that I don't dust those heads, so I basically just licked it a year of dust. That was smart on my move. Okay, well, if I die, dying wish, don't give Jason the care package. Art's painful. Okay. But yeah, I mean, who knows? I can't wait to hear from Alex, Scott, whoever the hell I'm talking about. I don't know anymore. I can't wait for Scott. Something about Scott. Getting him on the show, hearing what he thinks. That's the one I can't wait for. Do you suspect something is up with the gold door like Scott did? No, Grams. What a great point. A lot of people keep mentioning this door in the London room with the lion head on it. For the millionth time, that's production storage room. Now, I suppose, yes, production could do something with it, but from people who might know things, I don't think anything is happening with that room. I don't think anything is that room. No, they're talking about the door in the London room. The door was there in BB-18. It's a production room. It's where production does things. Hi, Pam. So who gets the CP? We have no clue. Was the door there before? Yes, the door was there in BB-18 and I believe 17. But it was definitely there in 18. There are no hinges on the door, says Erica Rodriguez. Well, if there are no hinges on the door, it must be true. Okay, I feel like we've talked about, well, I mean, I guess we've talked about why we shouldn't give it to Jason. Why don't people want to give it to Whitney? I mean, why do people want to keep it away from Whitney? Again, and I'm stupid. I know I started this saying we can talk a million scenarios. We've already gone almost an hour and 15 minutes here. I forgot we weren't going to talk every scenario because it really is only coming down to you're either giving it to Whitney or you're giving it to Scott. I don't feel like we did a good case of why we should give it to Jason. For the people that I mean, I guess we kind of did too. I guess we did kind of cover all the sides. Ed Rizzo, you're a good middle. Wesley, do you feel I have not represented a side yet? Do you feel I have not represented something yet? Let's nominate Morgan. No, that'd be throwing away a vote. Winston doesn't want to give it to Whitney either. Oh, really? Winston doesn't want to give it to Whitney? Tess, of course Winston doesn't want to give it to Whitney for the same reason I don't want to give it to Jason, because whoever has it is going home next week. I'm sorry whoever keeps sending the little message across the screen. It doesn't show up for me. Do you think it's something to get a plastic on the block? I don't know what your thing is. Of course Winston doesn't want to give it to Whitney. Right, exactly. David Thielen's giving it to Scott. Good. Do we know for a fact that the co-HOH can't win HOH in the double? Danielle can win co-HOH, and she was last week's HOH. Okay, look. Is that in the official rules, Dancing Amy, before I answer this? I feel like the official rules have covered everything. Have they put into a rule about that one yet? I feel like last season the answer was no. Last season, Victor was not eligible. Last season, 100%. Yes, we've confirmed this on many shows already, but that's if we're basing it on last season. I don't even realize I said Scott. Got it. I know I said Scott. I'm reading what you said. She's on the voting page. Well, you know who else? Well, they did this 2 weeks ago too, and then had to reset the votes. And how is she on the voting page if we're not even voting for that yet? Oh, we are voting for that now. What am I saying? Okay, Dancing Amy says, technically it is in the rules. Okay, awesome. So let me get this clear. It is not in the rules. I should have asked this at the start of the show. It is not in the rules that we cannot vote for Danielle, number one. Now, to be clear, you are all telling me that, oh, Danielle is on the block. Of course Danielle could get it this week. We're talking about next week. I'm an idiot. I was going to say it would have been interesting if they reset the votes again. Just keep in mind they've already done that once before, where they reset the votes because they were like, oops, that person shouldn't have been there. Which is a great thing to do if the vote isn't going how you want it to go. Danny can get care package. Oh no, it is this week. See, there are so much information going through my brain at one time. I swear I'm losing my mind. Okay, so Erica Rodriguez says Danny can get the care package this week because we're voting her co-HOH. She's not playing in an HOH comp. However, the co-HOH winner cannot play in the next HOH comp. I'm going to try and read that again. Danny can get the care package this week, the co-HOH care package, because we're voting it for her. Because we're voting her co-HOH. She's not playing in an HOH comp. Right? So we're giving her care package. I don't disagree there. However, the co-HOH winner cannot play in the next HOH comp. That would make sense. You're contradicting the one thing that you're saying. I read it slowly for myself, unless I'm wrong. Chari Y says, Joker said Jason said today he wants the care package. That's right. You know what Jason doesn't know about? The other care packages. Or that there are sisters in the house. So that's precious, sweetheart. We're looking out for you. When do we get our stipend check again? I mean, we're playing pretty hard this season. We don't, Puppy Glitter. We don't. P.S. I only lose patrons because of these shows. You would think I get more? Oh, no. I managed to piss 2 to 3 off a show and lose them. This is not a profitable season for Reality Recap. Exactly. That's why we don't want to give it to Jason. Correct. Why can't Danny get HOH 2 weeks in a row? I don't know how to explain it any other way. You can't be HOH 2 weeks in a row. It's literally the rules of Big Brother. Literally for the past 19 seasons. Can't be HOH 2 weeks in a row. If Jason knew that he can't compete in the POV next week, he wouldn't want this. Right. I mean, I keep forgetting I have to, and I don't mean this as an insult. I keep forgetting I have to keep re-explaining all the points each time we make a point. Because it's like somebody just sticks on like the one point I'm saying, but they're not going through to the ripple effect that thing has. Can we make things easy and vote for Whitney? Please do. That's what I hope you will all do. I hope you will all vote for Whitney. Dancing Amy. Can you DM me the link to that quiz, which you might have already done? And yep, you did. Nope, you didn't. Yep, you did. Hold on, everybody. I want to bring up our poll. I just got to do a few things to do that. I know. Thank you, Amy. I saw it. Danny doesn't have the votes. This is where I wish I had heads, because I am not kidding. I really am dyslexic in real life. So it's like hard for me to like be canceling people out and trying to think of this in my head while we're doing it without a picture. But if Shelby is HOH, it's easier for me to look on the big screen. If Shelby's HOH, and let's just say so is Whitney, so those two are out. So let's just say who's on the block is, let's just say it's Justin and Danielle. So the people left to vote would be Chrissy, Morgan, Alex. Right. Which we knew. Oh, but then America has to vote some person, which let's just hope would take out and us and Jason. I was of the mindset of, when I say I don't want Jason to have that care package, I was kind of the mindset of, we're losing a misfit this week. We lost a misfit when a plastic became HOH. And I know a lot of people are saying, but Erica, we get Alex on the block, and then a misfit wins POV, then there's someone on the block. To which I'm just going to remind you, we have never had what we want happen as Misfits fans. Plastic fans, or people in the middle, or whatever, just not Misfits fans, have gotten the person they want up and the vote every week. The only week we didn't get it, the only week we got what we wanted, or the 2 times we got what we wanted, was the 2 times we sided with what they wanted. So again, this is where it gets tricky. That goes back to why I'm saying, and those people right now are between Jason and Whitney. So there really is no point to talking about, well, what about giving it to Morgan? Or what about giving it to Danny? Or they're not in play. You could burn votes on them if you want, but they're really not in play. Okay, so Ed Rizzo says, wait. So if Jason, Justin, Chrissy are on the block and the sisters are voting, we're gonna lose Chrissy? I don't think so. No, I think we would lose Justin. I don't necessarily think we would lose Jason. I think we would lose Justin. Because again, I don't think production wants Jason to go. I prefer political debates over this. I would literally prefer having my wisdom tooth ripped out while I was awake. Is more fun than trying to predict all the different scenarios. Alex wants Jason out. I'm aware Alex wants Jason out. You know who's not HOH? Alex. You know who is HOH? Shelby. You know who Shelby's number 1 target is? Justin. Where's Jose? We need help with scenarios. I don't know. Jose is mad at me, I think. Jose is mad that we endorse Justin. Eric, when is that political show you're doing? I'm not. And I'll just say this. For all you people that are so invested in this stupid thing that means nothing, you better be fucking voting next week. I swear to God. I don't care. I don't even care who you vote for. I say that because I'm going to hope most of you are smart. But now after this whole Jason thing, maybe not. I don't care. Go out and vote next week on one that matters. I know you have UTS, Jennifer. Alex has pretty much been outlining Shelby's HOH for her. Alex says she now wants Justin out, says Vanessa Mack. Perfect. Alex, Alex is already running her HOH. Oh my God, Susan Weaver. I don't know why your super messages aren't showing up. Like when they fly across the screen, I don't know if other people can see them. I don't see them. Just thought you would want to know that. They want Justin out so they can get Whitney back. Of course they do. Shelby is a strong-minded woman that wouldn't let Alex tell her what to do. You don't really believe what you're saying, right? I'm all for you being on the plastic side, but you don't really believe that sentence. I say a lot of shit I don't mean, and just to be funny. You can't really mean that one. You can't. Shelby doesn't have any strategic ability in there. She won that comp, and kudos. That was a good one. And I did appreciate her not saying it out loud to America. But, you know, other than that, I don't really see Shelby as any strategic mastermind in the house. Sparkly Eye wants to know, do you think there's any way Whitney would nominate Alex? No. But another bonus of Whitney getting the care package, it definitely forces her hand. Shelby could not even remember the pictures she saw after she saw them while winning. Her mind is not that strong. I agree. I think part of why Shelby won was just dumb luck. Or they gave her the answers in the diary room. Quick poll. Will you still watch Big Brother After Dark? A Puppy Glitter wants to know, will you still watch BBOTT after Jason goes home? And I'm going to assume you mean that's a poll for the chat room and not for me. Because obviously, I'm here for all of you. I couldn't leave if I wanted to. It's why I get so mad when you guys act like you're all forced to watch. You're not. I am. Run. Run. Save the children. Save the children. Send me snacks. Seems like she got... I mean, it seems real weird. If Jason leaves, I'll take over the show for her. Yeah, right? Look, again, I know... I don't know how to say this because it's very hypocritical in saying it. So I'm going to say it this way. I'm just going to say it. I know it might be confusing. I want Jason to win this game because I know Jason outside of this game. However, I would also love Danielle to win this game. I think Danielle is also a super great player as well. So if Jason leaves, I am super duper supporting Danielle and Justin and Chrissy and even Alex. If all the misfits went home and if we were left with plastics, while I'm not really team plastic, I totally appreciate from a game standpoint how hard Alex has gamed in this game. I don't think the plastics would be where they are without Alex. So while I may not be team plastics, I can at least appreciate that Alex is trying and making moves and really successfully keeping Morgan safe. Like, Morgan should just give the money to Alex if she wins. I don't really know what Morgan has done in this game. Cheered a lot. Like, am I missing something? I feel like she might have won something. I don't know what Morgan has done this game. I know Alex kept her safe. What did Bama Tweet say? Eric, one of the main reasons that most of us find Big Brother so entertaining is because of you. Because of me? Oh, because I lick mannequin heads? I know. And, oh, she won a veto. Okay, good. All right, great. She did something. Oh, right, the wall. That's right. Oh, she was good at that competition. Okay, great. Right. And I want to do comedic recaps, and that's what we like to do, and we like to have fun, which is why last night was just so much fun with everyone, and it's why I didn't want to do a show again last night, and I enjoyed just hanging out in the Reality Recaps chat room and talking with all of you guys while we watched it, because that's the fun part. That's the fun part. I love this part too, but not to the chaotic part that it is on Twitter. Disagree nicely. I don't know what I'll say about it. I would love to live in a world where I was smart enough 6 years ago to make a Reality Recaps Twitter and an Eric Twitter, but I didn't. So I get it's confusing for people that I want to have an opinion on the Twitter, and then it's Reality Recaps. I don't know what to tell you. I'm Reality Recaps. So I try and make it very clear when I'm speaking on behalf of myself and speaking on behalf of all you. And I totally forgot that I was trying to bring up the poll, so let's go do that too. We are bringing up polls. Oh, this is like one of those videos where you watch the reactions live. I'm so scared to hit enter and see what you guys have all decided. Oh, I gotta vote first. Okay, I'll bring it up and I'll vote live so we can all see the results together at the same time. Oh, we didn't get a ton of votes? Great. Good. I still don't want to know what it is yet. You can still go, Amy will tweet, put the link to it if you guys want to vote for it still. I'm pulling it up. Just give me one little second. Window. What's my window? I can't believe we're not getting any of our problems we normally have. Okay, great. Let me put this over here. Hold on. We're almost ready to bring up the poll. You voted. Good. Vote, vote, vote. I'm getting it right now. I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Okay. So, who do you want the HOH package to go to? I am in the Reality Recaps live show chat room. Even though we had hundreds and hundreds of you here, apparently only 70 want to vote. I know, trust me. One of the things I keep telling you now to do is to implement polls. Like, they need to figure out a way to have us have live polls in the room. Really, Robot? Of course it's Robot. Is it really? I'm waiting to see if it's really Robot, and then I'll get us the revolt. No, I hate you, David. David Thielen, you're on timeout. Somebody remind me to untime out David Thielen. Okay, so let's get the results. I voted. Where are my results? I voted. Your vote's been counted. Oh! That is oh my god, I can't move it over more. Hold on. Get out of the way. Okay, well, I mean, I can't move it over anymore. Just trust me, it is Whitney with 71% of the vote. I don't care how many people voted. Whitney has 71% of the vote. Now, just to be fair, reality... What's my Twitter? Twitter. Let me go see what my Twitter poll said from earlier today. Although it's not really fair because Jason's not on it. But I guess, yeah, there's probably no point. Jason's not on it. Forget it. Jason's not on it. It's just Whitney and Morgan, so it doesn't even matter. Well, if you all would, and I'll say this, we'll go for 5 more minutes. So, as of right now, I can also say, officially, Reality Recaps chat room supports Whitney in the majority, unless you guys go vote. But as of right now, it's Whitney by a lot. Results. How the hell do I get to results again? Results. How do I bring this up? Boom. It's Whitney. I only care to endorse what the majority of the chat room wants. Already voted Whitney. And again, you guys can vote however you all want to vote. Do it however you want. But we'll wait. I'll wait like 5 more minutes and see what happens. I see Jason in several other big polls. I bet. Voted Whitney. Thank you. Hannah says, Jason wants the care package. He keeps saying it on the feeds. Okay, I can only answer this one more time. I have faith that people can understand sentences and reading comprehension. Jason is saying that because he doesn't know that it means he can't play next week at all. I guarantee you, if somebody said to Jason, next, if you take this care package, you can't do anything next week, he would still want it. Trust me, as somebody that talks strategy and Big Brother with Jason a lot, he would never want it. Ever. I bet my life on it. I would bet something that's not my life that's tangible to bet. Boop-a-da-boop-boop-boop, I see the future now. When Jason comes on this show, you know that my first question will be to him. God forbid he goes home next week because of this. I will be like, so Jason, question. Do you wish that people didn't give you a care package that made it so you could do nothing? And Jason will say, I bet you $1 million we'll never know what would have happened. However, I would have liked the ability to fight for my life in the game. I would have liked to be able to play in a POV instead of just having to sit out and watch myself get nominated and go out with no way to fight for myself. I guarantee you will say that. Bet my life on it. And now it's time for Magic 8 Ball questions. Magic 8 Ball. The gap has gotten closer. Whitney now only has 72%. Oh, you still can't see it. Whitney only has 72% of the vote, and Jason has 23. So Whitney has taken some. Jason has gotten some more votes, but it's still not even close. So, David Thielen, I have to unblock him. Oh, crap. I didn't remember quick enough, David Thielen, if you're remembering. I have to do it at the end of the show. You're not in the chat room for me to unblock you anymore. I have to do it at the end now. Magic 8 Ball. Should we nominate Whitney? And the answer is don't. Well, now it's flipping to another one. Let's try again. Magic 8 Ball, should we nominate Whitney? My sources say yes. Whitney? Oh my god, Whitney. Should we nominate Jason? Pretty hazy. Well, get a little less hazy, lady. We got a show to wrap up. Oh, for the love of God. It was no for Jason. 2 out of 3. Jason gets it. By the way, Magic 8 Ball's never been right. The Magic 8 Ball would freak out Justin. Yes, it would. So, I do not know. You just added that to the list of questions. Good job, Dancing Amy. Thank you. Dancing Amy is keeping a list of all the questions we have to ask the people when they come back. Oh, believe me, I'll remember this one. But good to add it. So look, I'm saying we have done an hour and 40-minute show. We have gone 40 minutes over the amount of time that we normally do when we normally do shows for this extended What the Hell Are We Doing show. And again, the answer is honestly whatever you guys want. Whatever you all think is the best is what you should do this week. I feel it is a very tense week. I know you, according to the majority of the chat room, it's Whitney. Devon has come out and said, unless she's changed it since I've done the show, she is regretting telling people to vote Jason. Jackie, Meg, I don't know that they tweeted anything out, but they're kind of on the same page. I'm not giving it to Jason. Again, for all the reasons I said in this show. So, and personally, again, I feel like keeping Jason safe next week also keeps Danielle safe. which is the other person I want safe. I would love to give co-HOH. No, I wouldn't love to give co-HOH to Danielle. I take it back. No, I wouldn't. I want Danielle to be able to play next week. I don't want her to have it for the same reason I don't want Jason to have it. I don't want the two most deserving people on the Misfit side to go with no ability to fight for their life in the game. That's just how I feel. That's how I value the importance of the game. You could value the importance on how many times someone says, "Ya dig." In that case, you're going to want to keep Justin safe and do something different. Or you could value who gives the fastest hand job in the West. Then you're going to want to keep Shelby safe. Maybe you like slow talkers. Then Whitney's your gal. Maybe you like vanilla ice cream. Plain vanilla ice cream. Then Morgan's for you. You get what I'm saying? Use, do, use. Unless America nominates Danielle, she won't go up. I agree, Ed Rizzo. I think Danielle's fine. And I think the people that want Jason to get this care package are saying it because they think if Whitney gets it, Danielle's a target. And I just don't think Danielle's a target. But I don't know. I, unlike everyone else who's acting like they know what's going to happen, don't know. Just like nobody knows. I'm only making my best guess. I agree. Whitney does owe Danielle. I completely agree. Danielle would have to say one thing to Whitney, and it would be this. So, Whitney, you think America is going to vote for you, the winner of this game, after the person that just kept you safe in the game, you turned around and nominated. Shelby and Alex want to keep Danny. I know they do. So she also has to prove to the plastic she's still loyal and didn't make a deal. You're right, Susan. So if it didn't go that way and Whitney did do that, then everybody know where Whitney stands, and Whitney would go home on the double elimination. It also forces Whitney to take a side and have to deal with the ramifications of picking a side. And then she might go into that double elimination as the target. And then you know what happens? We don't lose an Alex or a Danielle or a Jason, the people that are playing. We lose a quote-unquote floater, someone riding in the middle. And I feel bad saying it, but I'm fine losing Chrissy. I'm fine losing Justin. I'm fine losing Shelby. I'm fine losing Morgan. Or I'm not fine losing. It's just the way it goes. Only one person wins this game. Just one. Somebody has to go. I am not fine losing. I'm not okay losing Justin, says Jado. Well, we all is all I can say. You're not fine losing that cold sword, says Giselle. Thanks for not calling it herpes, dickface. Alex needs to go. Yeah. I don't even know what to say anymore. All I know is we have talked about this for an hour and a half. We have talked hashtag scenarios. I feel we have imparted everything that we can impart. And I want to say, oh my God, tomorrow this is all going to be over, but it's not. We're going to do this every other thing we have to vote for the next week, thrown in with all of the gloating from everyone and all the I told you so. So, in case you don't know, if this is your first show, welcome. We talk about what we're going to do and who we're nominating and stuff, usually before the votes, or at least while the votes are happening. So, for example, our next show would be tomorrow, where we will be talking about the care package reveal and who we're nominating for have-nots and that sort of stuff will be our show tomorrow, which will be super fun. Like everyone's favorite Nicole. I don't know what you're saying, but sounds great. What? Giselle in the chat room says Whitney for America's care package, which makes me rethink my whole entire plan or my whole entire opinion, but interesting. Dancing Amy says, remember, you don't have to vote as soon as voting opens. Exactly. You don't have to vote as soon as voting opens. You have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So if you want, wait until you do this, until we do this show. Hear what we have to say that you may not have thought of. Wait until nighttime when Rob does his show. See what those guys are saying. In life, don't be a person that thinks you know all the answers. I promise you don't. Now, if you are a person who realizes you don't know all the answers and you just want to do what you want to do because you want to, then go for it. I personally wait until nighttime so that I can put the votes in before midnight, the votes after midnight, and then I've heard what a large selection of people have had to say about it. That's what I do. Robin's podcast is so biased, though, for one side only. I don't know. I don't listen to his shows. I will say I feel like we, on this show, obviously have very been pro-Jason, but at the end of the day, for the specific point of this show, that's who it's between. It's between Whitney and Jason. So I hope I gave you good reasons why you shouldn't give it to Jason if you thought you were helping Jason, and I hope I gave you good reasons why you should give it to Jason if you don't want to help him. Does that make sense? I think I gave good reasons, but I'm well aware that I was, defending Jason a lot this show. Giselle says, what I love the most is that Eric has an interesting panel of amazing live feed correspondents that update 24/7 and are always neutral. Thank you, Giselle. You did notice that, and I appreciate it. They work very hard for free. Become a patron so we can give them something nice at the end of the season. So Rob has a middle too. Oh, does he have a middle? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there is any middle or right or left or... I think it's plastic and misfits at this point. I mean, when the vote, they control it. They don't really need a middle. I don't think Rob needs a middle. In my opinion, I feel like they largely control the vote. Although, I am very impressed with us. Our last Twitter poll got over 2,000 votes. That's like the most votes any of our Twitter polls have ever gotten. Not that I'm someone that cares about numbers. I just really thought, we don't really have a dog in this fight. A horse in the race. I didn't think we were a contender in really influencing anything, is I guess what I'm saying. But that's never why we did shows. We did shows to have fun and hang out and all talk and comedic recaps. But then when I saw our poll went over 2,000, I was like, oh, are we able to make a dent in something? Both correct metaphors. Go me. And Shelby in the bungalow. Exactly, lost and concrused. That's a man. Fuck. I don't remember. I tried so hard to remember. Now I feel like I said that so confidently and I'm wrong. Oh, I'm scared. I'm almost more scared of this poll result. What is the clapping, right? I got it right? I got it right? Man, yay, I got to write this show. I wish we knew how many people were voting each week. The fact that we don't is why none of this matters. Which is why I go crazy about it. The fact that we don't is why none of this matters. Because if they showed us the results, then I'd believe what we do matters. But because they don't, I don't. I think all our votes do is let them know who fans like more and who they should probably keep around. That's all I think our votes do. That's it. And I don't think it's just our votes. I think it's who they see us talking about on Twitter, who they see us arguing and defending the most on Twitter. I think that all factors into who they keep safe. And P.S., they're allowed to. Reality television show, not a game show. They're allowed to manipulate whatever they want. It's in the rules. Read them. Those rules and regulations Amy was pointing out earlier, right there. Producers can change, fix, edit, rig, anything they want. Right in the rules. So yeah. Jason is talking with Chrissy. He wants Justin out. Not surprised. All I needed Jason to do was figure out that who he should have wanted out was Morgan yesterday. Why couldn't they have just figured out to get out Morgan yesterday? Oh, this would be such a different week. Sent you a picture that might put all the secret room rumors to rest. Where'd you send me this picture? Oh my God. 9999 plus. Awesome. Did you tweet me this picture? We really need to end this show. It's going way too long. I might just end it. I don't know how to explain the same if he's not there next week. What does it matter question to people anymore? You're right. It doesn't matter if he's there next week. You're correct. I agree. It doesn't matter if he's there next week. Because if you can't play in HOH or BOV, you might as well not be there. It's like the most simplest logic. I'm sorry, Mama Twins. I don't see it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the show for all of you watching this back. Thanks. Come back tomorrow. Don't forget, if you want to help support our shows, to become a patron. Or you can make a one-time donation over at YourRealityRecaps.com/PayPal. No, you now chat room. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just ending it for the YouTube people. And YouTube people, what are you talking about? For the millionth time, come watch the shows live on YouNow. I can't be any clearer. We do these live on YouNow every night, 95% of the time at 7 p.m. Eastern. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.